Good morning. Today I'm going to tell you about the adventure that I had with my blind date with the cookbook, set up for me by my friends at the Coralville Public Library. That morning, I barely even remembered what day it was, and finally, when I got out of bed, I became excited because I remembered it was the day of my blind date. We had decided to go on a walk and share some hot chocolate. It ended up being a really cold day, but we had a really great conversation and ended up opening up a lot. I had nothing to be worried about. I had such a great time. And so I decided that for our second date, and yes, we decided on a second date, that I was going to make bread. The bread that I decided was a focaccia, and there's a lot of moving parts to this recipe, so I decided to start 2 days in advance. That proved to be a really good idea. I put warm water, yeast, and sugar in a bowl, and then I added all the other ingredients. This resulted in a really sticky dough that required me to stretch and fold it several times to develop the gluten. Then I had to rise it in a warm place and then chill it or cold proof it overnight for 8 hours all the way up until 24 hours. Well, here's where I made a mistake and let it get too cold because I left it on my covered porch. It ended up freezing, so I thawed it out and let it rise a second time. Once I added all the toppings, it ended up looking pretty good, although I was nervous for the final flavor after the baking. I baked it at 350 degrees. I didn't really check the time. I only finished baking it when I tapped it and I heard a really nice sound. It ended up looking so delicious and it really tasted delicious too. So I was excited to cut into it for my second date. It ended up being a pretty easy recipe. Like I said, it was my fault that I let it freeze overnight and then it added about, I'd say, 4 to 5 hours of extra time because I needed to thaw the bread. But I really enjoyed my time. And oh, I think it's time for my second date. I think he should be here anytime. Alrighty, I better go.